Oh, we're up to no good. And it's the first game in the series. To the top left, but not entirely. In the top left, we've got the yellow Terran Cure.
Yeah, as part of him is spilling out into the front of this guy's base. This is his teammate, Janair Greenwing's Rogue, the BlizzCon champion himself.
Oh, but Rogue's going to see this right away. Okay,
yep,
so can this beat TLO in specials record? We had this happen, and it was a 45-second GG.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great.
Oh, you know what? I don't think he gave away that he scouted him. Cure did not see the Overlord scout him. So Rogue's happy to hide this here because he knows what's going on. He knows that's not going to change. And bait Cure into a loss? Oh. I'm surprised he hasn't pulled a drone. No, he's going to just go for the hatchery. I'm surprised he hasn't pulled a drone. There are 2 drones even. Just kill the SCVs building the command center because whether you want to bait him into a loss or not, you just shut this down right now. Yeah,
I would pull drones for sure. Fight this. I'm not a very good player, but that's how I do it. It's just a master beta, man.
Well, the SCV is going to come around and still has no idea the Overlord's there because it's got that high ground vision, so this looks like, oh no, he's not going to see me. Psych, the drones are already here to deal with the SCV building the bunker. The next step is, of course, to build a bunker next to the bunker that's not going to go up. Okay, I'm surprised the
And then
Rogue...
you build a bunker behind that bunker, and then you just keep going back until they hit the barracks.
Well, he's got to kill the SCVs to really shut this down. The drone pull is not at all unnecessary. This wins the game, basically, if you stop this from happening. But while this goes on, we got the Zerglings finally out too. He doesn't need the drones to chase this back, and he's not going to chase back to the barracks, actually. And Cure's not going to commit. This is worth noting because he did this last time. The bunkers, the barracks, they were used in terms of like an opener. But realistically, this didn't work out in any way, shape, or form. And in fact, he's done what he did last time too. The factory a little bit further back, a little bit greedy. If these lings don't get scouted on the way back, there won't be a wall down for him to take. And oh, they're just gonna hop on top of the Marines. Or try to? Not quite gonna do it. Thank you, Life321, for that brand new sub. Welcome to the fam. He's gotta build a depot though, like right now.
Yeah, I mean the depot.
Oh,
there's no units to fight on the other side of the depot either. He's trying to stop the Marines from getting home.
That's clever. He's trying to use the high ground vision against the Marines, but he had one lane just like a little too forward. Smart moves out of Rogue.
Yeah, Inchtomaniac in the chat. Rogue actually lost to Cure 3-1. Cure won 3-1 last time they faced each other. It was the first best of 5 of the day, so we've gone full circle.
Yeah, he did beat Keen though in the losers match to survive to the group finals, but I'm not sure. Like, we see these reverse kills. It happened in yesterday's group too. Like, the first match isn't always super indicative of who's going to win the second time, especially the rematch. But watching how good Rogue played versus Keen, I'm feeling pretty good for Rogue to possibly have that comeback. At the same time, though, for Cure, he's been looking solid all day. I haven't seen a lot of faults in his play.
Yeah, he was really, really impressive in that first series.
But yeah, so while
even against Sue, he put up a really good fight as well.
Yeah, Sue, that was a game 2 or game 3 or whatever. No, game 3 was like such a weird game. Outside of that, it was a pretty good series. But as far as like what's gonna happen here, I guess having brought the barracks back home, happy to use this not as like a cheesy all-in, but instead just like described like an opener, I guess. Hellion gets in there to scout the lair. He's gonna know timing on this, and it looks like it's gonna be Bio back at home for Cure.
Yeah, it certainly does. Tech Lab done on the barracks there. When Stim starts spinning, we'll confirm that it is going to be Bio. In the meantime,
when they fought the first time around, mech worked really well. We brought up the question of like, will swarm hosts work? Won't they work for Rogue? I'm wondering if Cure going Bio is a direct result of the previous series versus Sue, or if this is just the situation he was forced into due to the opener. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little surprised it's not mech again.
Yeah. Maybe he just feels like he feels a bit more confident in this style. I mean, last time he played played Rogue on this map, Rogue actually built a hatchery up front of his base and Rogue Ravagered him. So we didn't really get to see the builds round up.
But thank you, old Jimmy, for coming back for 16 months. All crews reporting in. Red 5 standing by.
Copy that.
Actually, I know there was A lot of people had mixed feelings about Rogue One. You know, some people loved it, some people really hated it. I think, though, the coolest thing about the whole movie, and this is not the new Star Wars I'm talking about, obviously, just so people don't think I'm circumventing our own spoiler rule. What I thought was really cool about it, though, was when they spliced in the original footage to make it look like it was filmed recently or whatever, like with the pilots or whatever in space.
I really like the part in Rogue One where Darth Vader and Han Solo got into a rap battle.
I love that part.
It was actually really moving. Like, I've never been moved by a rap battle before. Normally they hype me up, but that one has actually made me cry. It was so beautiful.
I didn't expect, though, Darth Vader to pull off like such a good Diana Ross. You know what I mean?
I actually didn't expect Darth Vader's voice when he took the helmet off to sound exactly like Diana Ross. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm too tired to try to do a bad impression, but I want to do the Luke, I am your father. But singing it. Ah!
No, Darth Vader sounds like Brittany from Malibu. It's like, Luke, I'm your fucking father. I can't believe you don't believe me, Luke. You're such a fucking asshole. You're like my boss.
All right,
if my dad wasn't a senator, he'd be so fucking dead right now.
His dad wasn't a senator, though.
Who was his dad? His dad. Wait, hang on. I'm mixing up my Star Wars lore because I gotta be real, guys. I don't give a fuck about Star Wars, right? Like, I'm messing up my Star Wars lore. So was he immaculately conceived? Is that
who? Anakin?
Yeah.
No.
Was it like the Force impregnated his mom or something?
No.
Who's Anakin's dad?
What? No.
Who's Anakin's dad then?
I mean, you don't meet him in the movie or anything, but it's not like this wasn't Mary, like the Virgin had a child who turned into Darth fucking Vader.
No, but Zombie Grub's agreeing with me. Yes, the Force impregnated his mother.
Midichlorians may have impregnated his mother. It couldn't have been the Force, because the Force is a belief and like a way of things.
Well, I mean, in the end, he could have never been born because he never had the higher ground anyway.
Gotta purchase that shit from EA, dude.
Right? You gotta... The StarCraft... The Star Wars original lore will only come in $4.99 loot boxes.
Look, I do enjoy Star Wars, but I don't know the nerdy itty-bitty bits of lore. I actually have no idea. If you guys say it's the Force, then you know what? I've got no reason not to believe you. I just misunderstood how that worked, I guess. I always thought that, you know, a man loves a woman and doesn't have...
You think that Anakin wasn't delivered by the stork? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna double down and say...
You don't... Anakin's not a Cabbage Patch child? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't believe the stork delivered Darth Vader. No.
You don't think so?
But yo, actually, we just saw the clip of something really important here. We've been goofing off, and it's my bad, I guess. But we have infestors for Rogue.
Yeah.
And this is...
doing here?
Exactly, right? I think this is such a good thing to have, though. And this may be entirely because, hey, guess what? Your opponent's got bio, not max, so there's an opening for infestors. But infestors are really important, even though we don't see them go down anymore. Like, if you want to really see a Terran player cry, because we've actually seen this happen a couple times since the patch, have only 4 medevacs, a maxed out bio army, and watch 2 fungal growths kill everything. Like, the radius is insane, but... Okay, quick fungal here snags the Marines, but this is the beauty of the change. You can pick them up and get out of there, so they're not stuck in place, but they also cannot commit to fight. Also, thank you, UMS players, like in those use map settings games, OG, with that sub and nanohertz.
I was gonna shout his name up exactly the same because I feel like you can't say player without going like player.
No, you can't.
You can't. It's impossible. Ultra Cavern's like 4/5 of the way done here for Rogue, and he's got that 2/2 on the way. So the upgrades for their Ultra is going to be a little ways off. They're not going to be super scary for a while here. This is classic Rogue here. Rogues drop into the main.
He did the drops earlier too. Also, I'm not sure at which point this will get vodcast, but Harstum is in chat while we are live asking if this is live, and I'm going to say no to fuck with him.
Harstum's in chat right now? This is a VOD. CC being lifted. He's got another CC there at the front of his natural he can replace or take the 4th location with. These roaches are being really, really annoying. He's when he lifts, he doesn't have extra scans, so.
But that's
he's shooting his CC.
Okay, he does need to stop that. But as annoying these roaches have been, they didn't actually get that many SCV kills. Kira's very quick to pull these away. Now, he does lose control of this base, and that's going to suck. And it's not like this didn't do damage, because this also killed a hatchery in the back end of all this happening. But for Kira, he's still on a lot of workers. The roaches didn't actually obliterate the SCVs like they are supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, he's massively oversaturated in the main, but once he retakes his third, yeah, he can saturate it immediately again, like with that extra worker count. Like, he's up against Roach Ravager, which I feel like when you have tank and bio, and your bio is upgraded with, you know, with 2-2, it's... I'm pretty happy as a Terran player to see this army composition, to be honest, especially if you have Liberators to help out.
Alright, I've been trying to think how to distinguish the vodcast from a real cast. Guys, do me a favor, if you're in chat, type at Hearthstone. That spells his name correctly, unlike I just did. And if it tags him, then this is live. if it doesn't tag him, then it's not. Also, yeah. No regrets.
Yeah.
Okay, Hive might be done, but he's only just starting his transition here to the what it's looking like maybe Broodlords. But Cure, off the back end of everything that's happened here, despite his push on the front line, he's not actually recovered from this base getting destroyed because this base had all his depots. So he's still supply blocked, massively supply blocked while this is going on. Yeah. Oh, a ling drop now in the main. Roach is in the naturals where all the SCVs being transferred to, but he has SCVs to burn a few of them at least. Oh, don't lose that CC. Speaking of burning. Yeah, speaking of burning. Another attack over here. This is not enough to defend. Cure has this really great army supply, but it's on the wrong side of the map. He can't, and he's having so much trouble deflecting everything that Rogue's throwing at him. These SCVs are screwed though. You can't retreat through those. Dude, he's gonna lose a CC. He's gonna die. It's because he's busy microing on the other side of the field. He just finished dodging out these corrosive biles and, of course, the fungal growth that go with them. Cure is losing this game. Make no mistake, guys. Yeah, no, he's in a rough spot. He looked good for a little bit there, but it's the nature of StarCraft sometimes. A couple mistakes, and a good player like Rogue is not going to let you get away with it. Well, I cannot wait to watch the podcast later and see who actually tries to tag Hearthstone. When he's not in chat. Dude, I love that. I like get Twitch messages sometimes with like people typing ! raffle like 3 days after my streams ended. It actually pleases me to no end. But anyway. So, as bad as it's been for Kira at home, and he's really still not recovered from this, his army's still not bad. Like, the reason his supply count is so off is because it's in workers that he's missing out on. But those fungal growths! There's not enough Medivacs to heal that, not yet. They're boosting the front line still. GG. Oh. Back, we're getting into game. Spawning to the top left side of the map, we've got the blue Zerg. None other than Rogue. Then in the bottom right, it's not yellow this time. This is Cure. Alright, good. The last time these guys played in this map, this went really well for Rogue. Rogue is, I feel like every time I see Rogue play Abyssal Reef, he wins. I have a feeling in my brain. Rogue is just mechanically very good, but that first game, man, that's tough for Cure. He's been fighting a hell of a game, hell of a series so far, and like I said, I want at least one Terran to go through this group to get to that round of 8, because we don't have many left to hope for at this point. In fact, I know these have been really long streams, and for some of you out there, you might be like, okay, look, these are too long, right? But get them while you can, because Terran is, like, to reiterate, TY did not make it through his group. Gumiho did not make it through his group. Keen's out. Here's his last hope here versus Rogue. And then tomorrow, Innovation has been replaced by Ryung. So it's Ryung, Alive, Billowy, and Lucira. That's not exactly the craziest group, but I do find all of those players in my mind to be around the same skill level. So we may not find a Terran player. There's no standout breakout. This guy's going to get out of his group Terran player. It's all up for grabs still.
I also wouldn't consider Ryung and Alive to be better than the other Terrans that have not made it through. Although their group is much easier than TY's.
Yeah, I think Billowy's a lot easier to fight than Stats, for example.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and Billowy's good. Don't get me wrong, but Stats is Stats.
Billowy, I've had this really strange opinion of where it's like Billowy can be good. I'm not sure what it is about him. It's kind of inconsistent because, like, honest to God, we've seen him at some point beat any Korean player in a best of 3, but rarely does he actually take home the tournament wins or like the first place finishes. Also, to answer Hard Revenge in chat, do we ever get more coupon codes? Well, we only just ran out of them today, my friend, so no, I haven't had a chance to talk to the folks at Matcherino. But I will ask and plead and beg, and hopefully for tomorrow's stream, we'll have some codes available. By the way, while we are getting into this final best of 5, I should mention that, yes, tomorrow we'll be back, 4 a.m. Pacific, same bat time, same bat channel. It's going to be Zombie Up coming back to finish off the group stage with me. And it's been a pleasure casting with you, Maynard. Thanks again for joining me today, dude.
That's right. I'll warm them up, and Zombie Grub will finish it off.
Ooh,
I like it. We're a team, us 3.
Actually, on that note, when is the... I can't remember when I scheduled it. Okay, yeah, sorry, it's funny the dates for this.
We have a TriCast coming up. That's gonna be fun.
So, I mean, it's not like the last you're going to see at Maynard, guys. We'll be back for more people images.
Well, shit, if this is the last cast I ever do on BaseTrade, I'd be really upset. Dude, imagine if this was my last cast ever.
Why would we imagine this? What's wrong with you?
No, I'm just like, theoretically, if this is my last cast ever, it's like 3 a.m. Delirium Maynard, where I'm like doing Valley Girl impersonations and shit, and this is the one that people will remember me for because it was the final one.
You've got, on one hand, Maynard, who casts BlizzCon with the likes of Total Biscuit.
But no one will remember that. Yeah, I mean, when Total Biscuit and I smashed it at BlizzCon, we worked so hard in our cast, guys. You don't even understand the amount of hours Total Biscuit and I put into making sure our synergy and notes were intact.
I'm really excited. Maynard's actually going to be joining me for basically the latter half of the month, too. We got the People Images, King of the Hills, but he'll be back for the round of 8 of that tournament. It'll be good times.
Yeah. We got this tournament to do with first, though.
Yeah.
BTSL. So we're having a little bit of a Hellion Banshee push here, and once again, Cure's opted to make a Cyclone with these Hellions so that he can actually basically have a bit more punch in this push. You can load up the Cyclone with some Marines in the medevac and actually be really annoying in the middle line of a Zerg. Although the medevac is so damaged, it's not even worth it anymore.
Yeah, really can't go back in there. This attack out of Cure I actually really like when it's unexpected, but Rogue was clearly waiting for this, and he was so ready to jump on that. Very well executed out of Rogue. Unfortunately for Cure, while it was a good move and a great opener, it just got shut down. On the plus side, he did get the medevac out alive.
I feel like against every other, like maybe 99.99% of the Zergs out there, that this would have done an amazing damage, but this is Rogue. Ooh. Rogue read him like a book. That's a lot of queens.
It's been a long time since we heard such good sounding music. Who was that?
My alerts thing must stop working because... Oh no, I had to click on the tab to make it work, because I had to reopen my browser. Okay.
Well, let me just go ahead and replay the song for you, because it's so good.
Oh, there it is. Oh, God.
Thank you, El Marcos, for the $5.89. I'm going to assume currency conversion or an oddly specific donation. Either way, that's going to go topping up that fundraiser. We're ever closer to that 5K mark. 93% of the way there or something. All right, double Banshees got a lot of potential.
Always does. They find a drone line, even if they find a couple patches, not completely covered, and get a few drones and get out of there.
Even then, just the ability to dip in and dip out, get that one-shot combo going. And that's probably what's going to happen. Hellbats will be on that kind of A move, like, we're just Hellbats, right? Send them in, and while the Queens and everything are responding over here, the Banshees go in for some kills. Now, they've used a lot of their cloak energy already, so they don't have a lot of sustainability, but they could, actually. But they try to catch transferring drones. Okay, a couple of misfires. He's actually not getting many drones at all. He's just tagging a lot of them once. If there was a single Hellion here, he could actually probably chase a lot of them down, but waiting for the Hellbats to become exposed, that was so cool out of Rogue. I'll go over this in more detail in a moment, guys, but Rogue ends up having an absolutely good defense here, losing very little workers and cleaning up the attack. This Banshee is going to go down to the second queen.
He's lost some attacking units, but he's healthy. His economy is as healthy as ever.
Okay, so Rogue did this really awesome thing where he pulled the Lings off to the side over here, and I was like, is he just intentionally miscontrolling them? But no, he was waiting, because the second the Hellbats peeled off the Cyclone, they went in, pounced, and got the surround, and immediately killed that. This was such a good defense out of Rogue. Now he's going for a counter. I can't say he's got a lot that's going to crush Cure, but with all these roaches, he might get some damage done. That being said, though, that defense, that deflection out of Rogue, I don't know how he wasn't playing like this the first series today.
Maybe feeling a little bit shaky. I'm not too sure. I mean, Cure seems so switched on, and Rogue, like, this wasn't his infallible self, I guess. He is, however, in true Rogue fashion, switching into Swarm Hosts immediately after detecting a hint, a whiff of mech. He's going to his old faithful. He's bringing out the boys, the Swarm Hosts. Rogue is the Swarm Host guy to me. Like, he is, like, yes, the Baneling, but the Swarm Host also as well.
Just responding to something there. The Swarm Hosts were actually used really well the first time. Again, for me, I am very judgy coming from casting a lot of European tournaments and seeing excellent Swarm Host usage to the way a lot of the Koreans approach it. But we already know Rogue's got a good handle on Swarm Host, so it's not a question of like, can he use these well? It's, he will use these well. How's he going to use them? Oh, this is me out of range. Are you serious?
Overload speed just
and speed kicks in too. They escaped while they were slow. That's the best part, though.
Man. I'd be like uncontrollably mad about that. I would boost my medevacs in to make sure that they died.
Same.
Ooh, roaches pouncing on top of these stores. But not getting too many roach kills there. They have to pick up and leave.
There's the Locust first wave coming in. You get a bit of damage done. Nothing too drastic though. So this is less about Rogue. Now that we already have an established base point, knowing like, okay, he knows how to use these Swarm Hosts and Locusts. Is it Cure who will fall? Because for Cure, if he plays like Kid and he goes too many tanks, not enough Hellions, not enough Hellbats, he'll have a really bad time. But we already know from watching one series today, he's pretty good at keeping that Hellion count up. And I think that's where complacency gets a lot of mech players killed. So as long as Cure doesn't make the mistake of ignoring his Hellion count or overusing it and having nothing to defend, these Swarm Hosts should never really be that big of a problem for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Cure is one of those players, but some players with mech, they're just used to it being so powerful that they don't, not micro it as well, but just don't think about it as much as they would normally a bio army and that sort of thing, which you have to basically babysit quite often, control quite a bit.
Locust touchdown, but one tank dies, three tanks go down to that. That wasn't too bad actually. But this is the cause and effect of playing mech. You're not doing a lot of harass, you're not pressuring your opponent's base, and they're going to get that hive tech. And hive tech is maybe going to be a problem for Cure. He did successfully execute Widowmine drops. It's very clear he knows how to play against Broodlords. There's no questioning that. But right now, a lot of his timings are going to off. Like, he doesn't have that 3-3 sailing along smoothly. In fact, he barely has 2-1 with 2-2 finishing up. Liberator's trying to set up, but Rogue's pulling a lot of these drones away, and he's not losing much. This is a really good game out of Rogue so far, frankly.
Yeah, pretty much. He's maxed out. Like, he's crossing his T's, dotting his I's, man. He just needs to get his infrastructure out, his upgrades out. Once Hive's done, get the units he needs, sack a few of these roaches down.
Those Thors were amazing. The Locusts kept bunching up and just getting picked off by the splash damage. That was good. That was really good. But this is not a game of somebody doing so much better than the other. It's more that, like, Cure, forget Cure for just a moment. Rogue is not making a lot of mistakes. Rogue's not making hardly any mistakes.
Ooh. He's also getting just basically range upgrades. Hasn't worried about Carapace for a little bit. I feel like that's a little bit of a mistake. So the Carapace is quite nice. I suppose against mech it doesn't matter heaps.
Every little bit counts, though. Sometimes just that one extra shot that you didn't take from the splash damage or like the Hellion blast. This AoE tapers off. Obviously, it doesn't hit the side targets as much as the main targets, but yo, planetary.
Thor gets surrounded. Hot pickup though with the medevac. Nice control from Cure.
Yeah, a little bit of repairs will be easy to top this off. Well, it took a long time to get the Hive up and running, but it is, and Hive is going to lead into Vipers. So far as units lost, by the way, resources lost is dead even, but units lost is all over the place for both of these guys. Not many SCVs have actually died through all these attacks. It's mostly been picking off that tank or odd hellbat that's getting splashed down by the other tanks.
Liberators are sieging up here. There's the Locusts are off cooldown. They're ready to launch in. They might come in with the Hydras from the north as well.
Still won't be so bad.
Kill these Thors.
I love the way he micros past this, but unfortunately, if you drop on top of the Thors, the Hellbats are right there. They just wash them right off. It's like a ring of Hellbats around these Thors.
Tanks in range of the army there, doing some damage. 3-3 mechas on the way, which is very, very scary for the Zerg. Also, double starport, so he's actually getting a few steps ahead here, ready for the Broodlord transition. Double Spire from Rogue, so he's almost certainly going to go Broodlords here.
Don't cheese me, please.
They actually look more like idols.
They do. Actually, it's like a little bit bulgy, but I'm kind of hoping, I'm not saying he will, but I'm kind of hoping we're going to see some battle cruisers again. That being said, Liberator range and Vikings and all these other much more easier to ascertain things are probably on the menu. Several Liberators that would benefit from the range at the very least, but meanwhile over here, tanks going to hold off the Ravagers for now. One tank gets picked off. Now he's got nothing left to defend with, but he's pushing at the same time. A little bit of leapfrog from every angle.
Yeah, it's a big push here. Tank line's relatively deep. It's a little thin, though.
Oh, there's no bailing speed yet, actually. This could work out really well, because it's going to take forever to get on top of the Hellbats. If he just target fires with the tanks, he'll be good.
See, the siege tank line doesn't just need length, it needs girth as well. There's not that many tanks here. There's 17, but they're not all with the army, I think. A lot of them are home. Oh, there you go.
Also, thank you, Dia Nasty, for that 13-month resub, dude. But this is going to be an attack from the back, and he doesn't realize that the Locusts are coming from behind. They came from behind! Oh, that obliterates the back line. Oh, this is really bad for Cure. Now if Rogue wants to get in there, he's still waiting for that bailing speed, but a couple of blinding clouds, and he's good to go, because there's almost no tanks.
Yeah, he lost like 5 or 6 tanks there.
That's what Rogue says to this engagement. No tanks.
No tank you.
He's got full energy though, so blinding clouds. Yeah. Isn't it so cool that blinding cloud can be cast twice? I love that. It's so great.
That's super good. I like it. It's just like, just in case you leave one unit, you can just blinding cloud it. It's fine. Just do it again.
The high armor circle jerk over here is staying alive pretty well.
Yeah.
Ah, I like this. Good. Yeah, he micros them again, and he's gonna have Doc on the left side. He pushes in. Bailey's taking out the front lines. Blinding clouds on what's left. Hydra's looking to finish this off. There's only really Liberators left to be a problem, but the tanks come out of siege at just the right moment, and he blows away the Hydras.
Bam, bam, bam.
Oh no, and the Locusts, or the Swarm Hosts rather, they get caught in the middle of the map. I mean, Rogue was doing some cool things to flank, but these get caught. These are so expensive. Oh no. Like, where else do you go, though? He's so panicked. He knows there's tanks on the left side. He knows he can't necessarily run that direction. He's going to drop these Locusts out of panic, but he's going to absolutely lose these Swarmers. This is a big pick-off for Cure, though. No longer will he have to deal with 19-something Locusts harassing him.
Oh, that was so sick. And now he has breathing room to be able to not need as many Hellions. And they can actually, oh my god, the minute the Zerglings go instantly into barbecue territory there with that blue flame. That is 3-3 blue flame Hellbats right there. They don't fuck around with Zerglings.
No, especially when the Zerglings only have +1 armor. Good luck with that. Even the Banley's going to struggle here. They take out the Thors, actually, funny enough. You've got enough friendly fire and enough Banlings to get the job done. But these still Swarm Hosts in the middle of the map getting picked off here by a couple Hellions. A little bit awkward. I'm not sure this is a driving force to push to win, but Liberator range is about done, and once that's finished up, this is a lot easier to just push in. Tanks and Liberators helping each other leapfrog forward. There's still going to be some abducts.
Oh, Hydras, please. Hydras are coming in, but they're in range of siege tanks, and the Liberators are mincing them up as well. I don't think that's a good engagement. GG. Cure. Tying it up.
I'm going to assume Maynard as well. Running on fumes at this point, but it is game 3 in the group finals. Spawning here to the lower left side, we got the blue Zerg player, Rogue, with a pretty quick pool.
It's about as quick as it gets. It's up right here on the receiving end of some aggression. This is Janae Greenwing's Cure.
I've got to cheer for Cure, guys. He's a great player. Now, I'm actually really interested. Somebody in chat had said this just before I got in the game. I think it was Cyriel says, I've not seen, or somebody said, I've not seen this guy play before. He's looking pretty good. And I'm really curious which person we're referring to in this instance, because I can see maybe not having heard of Rogue, or Cure, excuse me. Because Cure was, for a long time, actually the B-lister engineer, and he wasn't actually on the front lines for almost anything. He got a small run in...
As I say, it was OJ Tech that said that.
Oh, OJ Tech, excuse me.
Yeah. That's right.
But Cure got a small run in Red Bull, and he didn't actually impress a lot of people there, and I feel like kind of fell off afterwards. Whereas Rogue, yeah, world champion Rogue. You don't know Rogue? How do you not know Rogue? Welcome to StarCraft. So I'm just curious to whom they are referring, because I genuinely, like, for me, I know all these guys. We've been casting them for years, so it's there's no judging, there's no shame. It's just a curiosity of like which one's actually the one that is not recognized.
Well, OJ Tech is talking about Cure.
Okay. Yeah, Cure is I remember actually when we first saw Cure, I'll never forget. It was the series versus Curious, Cure and Curious, King Sejong Station. I don't remember which tournament it was for, but that was the when I fell in love with both Curious and Cure. And I felt like taking crazy pills every time I would cheer for Cure in these tournaments. But this last year specifically, and not being like benched by Jin Air all the time, he's really gotten the time, like the ability to shine, whether it's online tournaments or otherwise. So yeah, if this is your first time seeing or hearing of Cure, you'll notice a lot of things. Like, he's very close to emulating TY's playstyle. He's playing really well objectively. Like, this is a guy who I think, were it not for the patch, we would see shining brightly.
Yeah, I wonder why these Terrans have been getting through their groups. Really weird.
Yeah, they just got to play better.
Should play more like TY.
Can't see that.
Can't say that anymore because TY didn't win. Hello, Ravagers. Good morning, Ravagers. How are you doing, Ravagers?
TY, they're gonna break my heart over and over again. This goes back to Cure, though. I'm a little bit worried because he's done the same thing that was a problem for Keen, actually.
I think Cure is in a spot of bother here. The bunker is late. He's getting a tech lab on that factory.
He does get a couple Marines, though, so there'll be something in the bunker this time. But when Keen was fighting this, of course, the bunker finished, nothing inside of it. Nothing to save, nothing to repair. But one Marine gets sniped off. There's only one Marine of DPS here. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. He's going to have to remake those depots behind the mineral line.
Actually, he's got to start this up like ASAP, too. Otherwise, he's going to lose all chance to produce anything. Barracks is about to go down because he's greedy, trying to get a Marine out. Oh, no. Is that just game? The tank's gonna come out, but that factory's screwed at this rate. He can't siege up the tank. He knows he has to leave it unsieged, because if he sieges it up, it gets picked off by Corrosive Biles.
I don't see him winning this game with a tank and 2 Marines, dude. He's gonna lose that factory if things keep going this way.
Don't cheese me, please. Even those look more like eyeballs than the pylons too, actually.
Ah, tank's dead.
New one's coming out, though.
Gets the factory back up. Oh, those Biles missed, right?
Oh, no. He has to rebuild the barracks. This is all kinds of bad. At least he's got a command center to fall back to, and Rogue cut. You know, beforehand we saw Rogue do this. He macroed out of it. It wasn't super all in. This is pretty all in. So for Rogue, he still hasn't actually done enough damage yet. But he's very, very close to having Broken Cure over his back, like Bane Snap and Batman on his spine. This is the tank desperately trying to hold on. That falls off once again. Oh, it's been so costly for Cure to try and hold this, even though he's still not holding it.
I wondered what would break first. Your bunker or your factory?
What about your sanity, dude? Your determination to keep playing this game.
Yeah.
Actually, what's interesting is this kind of rush has nothing to do with the patch, though. This is just scouting. Cure doesn't go for a Reaper, so he doesn't see this coming, and that's a great way for Rogue to take advantage of that, you know? In fact,
he's killed so many SCVs. Cure's on 4 SCVs, dude.
Cure's not... Oh, he loses that bunker. There's the game. GG. Oh, Rogue. All right, folks. This group has gone on for far too long. It may finally come to a close. I've got the scores wrong. Let me fix that. There we go. To the bottom right. Zerg is the sickness, and he hasn't been the cure. No, but
Zerg is the sickness, and he is a Terran desperately trying to beat Zerg.
No,
in the top left, though. Oh, okay. You know, you give your intro. In the top left here, though, this guy's on match point. He's the BlizzCon champ. You know him. You love him. It's Cure. Bro.
Wait.
Cure. Wait. Sierra Echo actually messed up my rhythm with that Twitch Prime sub.
Here it is. Hang on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the possibly final game of the day. Match point spawning here in the bottom right. We got the red Terran fighting for his life. It's Cure.
And it's up left, the BlizzCon champion. You know him, you love him. This is Sexy Boy, aka Rogue. Well played.
Yeah, if you fuck that up again, you're on your own.
Yeah, no, it's you only get one rewind. You get one do-over in this world.
But thank you, Sierra Echo, for the Twitch Prime sub. That's going to actually put us at 1,654 subscriber points. I'm still blown away that we are above 1,200, but the fact that we're getting closer and closer to what it might be 1,800 to unlock another emote slot, I literally can't even. I don't know what we do with that information.
Literally fucking can't even.
You know why girls go to bathrooms in pairs, right? It's because they can't even. Oh, wow. Okay, I was just sitting here waiting for the music because it's good, but that was a big donation. Wait, I'm a bit confused. So I can see your name on Twitch alerts, but it said anonymous on stream. If you would like me to say your name in chat, let me know. But thank you for the 5898. It says Rifkin's mom, here, take my energy. That is gonna put us actually so freaking close to the goal. Thank you very much, dude. Like I said, if I see it, I just don't know if you did it anonymous on purpose. I don't want to out you. You know what I mean? But regardless, that's just shy of 60 bucks. That's freaking awesome. In fact, I'm gonna just double check real quick. What does that put us at for the goal? I can't see it because there's a sub notification. Right? That is actually $6 shy of the goal, which I think is actually covered in bits. So that might just be the 5K right there. I don't know why, but I was okay. It was Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf 49 in chat, guys. Hey, we're in sub only mode, so I know you guys have these fucking emotes. Can we get some ace L's in chat? Some love for this guy. Just threw 60 bucks our way and basically topped off the donations. I mean, again, we're technically $6 shy, but I'm pretty sure it's $6 through bits makes up the difference. So, yo, Lone Wolf, thank you very much. 5K for my mom. Hit, nailed, done. And we don't have to worry about fundraising anymore. I can take a big sigh of relief. Also, Maxer44, thank you for the Prime sub. And Nasneb72, 32 months to say, I heart BaseTradeTV. Well, fuck, there it is. There's the bits for sure. 1,000 bits bombing in at the end from He Just Gaming. Good cast today, guys. I think it was until an hour ago, but I'll pretend that it was. Thank you for the bits, man.
Yeah, we started really solid. We came out of the gate swimming. I like. We
made it. So we didn't pace ourselves. We sprinted, not realizing this would be a marathon.
No, I went too hard, too fast.
Too fast, too furious.
Too fast, too furious. Just like these Hellions.
Man, speaking of things that make you feel old, like music earlier, you guys realize the Fast and the Furious movie, they were like hijacking floppy disks and shit? Like, can you just think about that for a moment? How old that movie was?
No, floppy disks. It was USB sticks, surely.
No,
it's not that old.
It is that old, man. Also,
it is?
Whoa, more bits coming in. 47 is thank you for the 1,000 bomby bombs there. Dude, you guys are so awesome. Thank you all so much. There's no question now. That definitely, like, there's no doubt of a $6 difference. We got it. We freaking got it.
Hey, word to your mother. She just got paid.
Anyways, no, Fast and the Furious, I'm pretty sure I remember it was floppy disks, dude, because they were like writing shit on the fucking floppy disks, if you remember.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'm crazy. I'll take delirium on my side, but yo, what? You know what? I'm glad. Hang on, these excess bits. I just want to make it clear, guys. Maynard has been so kind to like say, hey, you know what? I'm cool for going tips today in favor of helping your mom finish it off. Any of the excess stuff, I'm throwing Maynard's way. So thank you so much, Black Spade Kimmy. 100 little cakey congrats on 5K. Always glad to help. Yeah, dude, you were a big part of this. Everyone, whether $1 10,000 bits, whatever you threw into the fundraiser. I can't wait to give this to my mom, and I'm definitely gonna make a video of this too, so you guys can make sure to share in on the reaction. We don't fucking make money on YouTube. I'm not posting it there to make money. We're just gonna share the good experience and the good vibes with all you. Because remember, when we called my mom on stream, she's convinced she's only getting 2,800. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Nah, Mom.
And I know she doesn't watch my stream because she can't figure out Twitch, so it's not like she's gonna get spoiled. But okay, Hellbats transform and roll out. Gotta take on these roaches. Some nice roasty McToasty. So the lings get flipped off there. What? Was that Liberator?
That's a late reaction from Rogue. I think it might have been.
Yeah, Liberator got taken out of the main by the Spore Crawler.
I'll say it's a little bit of a late reaction from Rogue because he lost 5 drones there. Also lost the Queen.
That was really bad at the end. He tried to transform to chase down the drones. I think that's a good move, but too slow. However, where was that spire put down? Because I don't think he saw it.
The spire is in the ramp of the main.
Okay, so I don't believe... Okay, it got scouted. Never mind, I take it back. Because the Liberator only got in so far. I didn't realize if those Hellions had gotten a glimpse of it or what. But anyways, mutas are in play, and he should know about this. But I say should know about this, and he's still producing tanks. So maybe he's just content with 2 Thors, or maybe he doesn't actually realize that that was a spire. Because I mean, honestly, look at his vision real quick. It just kind of looks like a Spore Crawler or something building in a transition spot. Okay, Vikings turrets, I take it back. He knows. He is not clueless as to what's going on. Also, another 1,000 bits. What is going on here? Black Spade Camry, Maynard, I'm gonna make it rain bits for that voice, you Australian stud.
Damn. Black Spade Camry is a beautiful brunette, and we're in business. Otherwise, thank you.
Okay, Devin Wolf also thank you for the 38-month sub, and Devin Wolf is also getting on some of the action, rising from the grave to throw 1,100 bits. Oh, what a nice guy. Hey Maynard.
What a cool kid.
I'm really, I know it's because of these guys, but thank you guys for this. I just want to say I'm really glad I give you bits now. I always feel like really bad. Like Zombie Arm helped out with this too, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, for those who know, the agreement I have with everybody who casts, we pay them a flat fee, plus we split tips. So the agreement to give up tips to help me fundraise for my mom is actually kind of a big deal. So realistically, to Zombie Up, who I don't know if she's still lurking or not, to you, Maynard, thank you guys. And of course to everybody else in chat, you're taking care of us.
Zombie Up just started streaming, so I doubt it.
Well, don't tell her I said that. Don't tell her I said nice things about her, please. I don't want to give the wrong impression.
I'll jump into a chat when the stream ends and just say, like, dude, you will not believe what Rifkin just said about you. Would not be surprised if you just delete and block him forever.
In fairness, I imagine her response would be like, okay, sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, Hellion run by still looking for some damage, but there's no bases being taken this way. So it's just a couple of Zerglings he's met with. If he actually secures the high ground, he could deny mining on the base just by sitting here, but he won't be able to sit here for very long. So running past is looking for some drones. Rogue's gonna find himself a little out of position for this, but he spreads. He splits, and they're pretty good splits. He's like Olympic gymnast splits.
Splits better than Van Damme.
No. I'm sorry, but no.
No one splits better than Van Damme.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think you're getting any of these bits anymore, dude. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm keeping those. It's Van Damme tax. It's Van Damme respect tax. That's what you're taking the bits for. Like,
goddamn Van Damme unacceptable of you to say that.
That's some Van Damme respect. It's the muscles from Brussels. You don't fuck with that.
By the way, Black Spade Kimu says he is brunette, but he doesn't know about the sexy.
I mean, the more bits you throw, the better you look. Just throwing that out there.
This is amazing. ShizK just threw in 20 bucks on top of everything else. We're already 20 bucks to say get well Rifkin's mom. Keep up the good work, Base Trade, and Jizzle Doodle, amazing name. Thank you for the sub coming in just now. All of you guys, thank you so much. I'm not sure why the end of stream hype is coming in. It's like, hey guys, 5 hours of let's see if we can hit that goal. Nothing. We hit the goal. All right, let's keep piling on. I'm okay with this though. That's some awesome hype.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Oh, Blue Flame is going to be completing here shortly, but I'm not sure how big of a deal that's going to be. Going forward, I guess it'll help wash off the Broodlings, and Rogue is moving towards Brood Lords, but for now, the army in the middle of the map is going to have a hard time fighting. These literally the map name, neon violet squares, make pathing impossible for some big units.
Yeah, most of these, a good chunk of these units actually can't fit through the pachinko machine. They have to either break down the rocks or go around the outside.
You know what's really amazing about siege tanks? They are technically larger than an Ultralisk in terms of game, but much smaller in terms of lore. So Ultras basically can fit through spots siege tanks can't, is what I'm saying. It's really dumb. He's gonna land outside the parasitic bombs. He survives the hit. A lot of creep spread to clean up, and this goes back to Rogue just being amazing at creep spread in the first place. But flanking from behind, he'll catch some of these tanks.
God,
he does some good splits, but oh, even though he catches these tanks on guard or off guard, excuse me, he's still gonna lose everything over here. On guard, touche.
So he's going to lose a hatchery here to these tanks on the high ground. This is a tough push for Rogue to get into now. This is like a really dug-in position for the mech army. Like, how do you break this?
He was waiting for the blinding clouds. Abducts are okay too. Bring the tanks to you. Get them in that range. The Hellbats are forced to walk away from this. They're still doing their job, though, of soaking the hits. Blinding Cloud's starting to wear off, and there's the Abduct starting to run out of juice. He's got about one more Abduct left in him, but now he's revealed the Broodlords, something that was maybe still a question mark for Cure. However, Cure also did just throw away a significant amount of his army to kill a single base. Rogue still has one up here and a brand new one establishing up here.
Yeah. I would even abduct these medevacs, dude. Pull them in the hiders, but I guess he's out of juice, like you said.
He did.
On the way here?
They just boosted away.
Ah. Terran OP.
Yeah. Actually, I really wish the fuel cell... It's weird to consider, but with medevacs being in the state they are right now, I wish the fuel cell upgrade, or whatever it's called, was way cheaper. That, I'm surprised it didn't get nerfed with everything else, but... Oh my god, it's not over yet. Lazy Toro, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Everybody's being awfully nice, even though we're in sub-only mode. And I'm so sorry. If you're someone who's like Lazy Toro and you're being super generous, but you're not subscribed to the channel, we don't love you any less. Remember, the subscriber-only mode is just to block out Star Wars spoilers. So thank you very much, dude. Hellion's gonna get some nice shots with these blue flame, and it's always good to trade Hellions for Hydras. Minerals versus gas is always gonna favor the Hellions.
Yeah, 4 Hellions to 3 Hydras is a fantastic trade for the Terran. Every day of the week.
Oh, that's a lot of Vikings. This, I'm not sure how I feel about. If he splits these and he's not getting caught on parasitic bombs, these Vikings are amazing. But there's 7 Vipers, Maynard. That's 7 potential parasitic bombs. Good luck trying to dance out of that.
That's a tough one. The tanks do break down these rocks to make reinforcing a little bit easier because, like we said, the tanks actually don't fit through the dance floor of this pachinko machine, so they actually got to go around it. And they're going to make it a little bit easier now. They don't have to zigzag on their way through the middle of the map.
What happens if you abduct a tank into the middle of it? Is it just stuck there?
Oh, that's a good question.
Here comes those parasitic bombs. As the Vikings try and wrap around, they keep getting bombed because, like we said, there's 7 Vipers. Oh, no! The backside is dealing so much damage, but a parasitic bomb won't one-shot a Viking. It'll take it down to 5 health. But because they took some damage from the other parasitic bomb, they start falling.
Land.
They may have removed the Broodlords from play, but the Hydras are going to clean up the rest. And this for Cure was way more expensive than Rogue. Rogue, who's on all these extra bases, has no problem replacing this army. Cure, on the other hand, can't even land a command center.
Nah, and he lost the mech army, man. Like, there was a lot of expensive Zerg units there that went down, but there was just way worse of a trade for the Terran for sure. So Rogue's replenishing. He doesn't have much of a bank to speak of, but he has a very healthy work count, and like Rifkin mentioned, a very healthy base count as well. So he is sitting pretty. The Terran's income is nice, but that's because, I mean, he has mules. It's not going to last forever.
Yeah, actually, Cure on the bouncing all over the place. You can see the spikes where the mules come in land, but I think the problem with this really is these bases he's been relying on are mining / already mined out. The back base only has 4 mineral patches to rely on, so that's not really a dependable base. Establishing new ones like this are very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely. He is doing what he can, and is just holding on in this game. Once again, like, it's up to the mech player. The onus is on him. Like, it's his job to basically get a giant ball of units, upgrade the shit out of them, and find the best spots in the map to just shell away and make the Zerg trade in efficiently.
I just realized, sorry, I was looking at the units lost. Cure hasn't killed a single SCV this, or excuse me, he's killed 1 single SCV this game. My bad. But the point is, very little worker damage, which means this has been all army for army trades.
Goes to show you how much of a bloodbath this game's been.
Yeah.
Another set of That's not a... Is that a second spire or a third spire? It's a second spire. Okay.
Yeah, probably just for upgrades. More Vipers on the way too. 6 more Vipers on the way. This is a little bit ridiculous to look at, but there was a time period where Scarlet was a player who was the only player really going for a lot of Vipers and a lot of caster units in general, and it worked out well. I kind of like the approach to this because we see specifically that Cure is going for a lot of Vikings and he is going for a lot of air units, so the more pairs... The idea is like, okay, look, you got 8 Vipers, that's not 8 parasitic bombs, you still realistically have to put down 4 or 5 blinding clouds. So the more Vipers you have, the more extra spells you can cast. And in this case, parasitic bomb screws over Cure more than anything else. Oh my god, that's 25 Vikings.
Oh my god, that's overkill on Vikings right there. I mean, yes, the Vikings will be really, really good. No, they're just not got +1 attack. I mean, yes, the Vikings are high in count, but sometimes it's more of a hindrance than anything because they'll get splashed down by parasitic bomb. It's harder to split them when there's so many of them stacked on top of each other.
By the way, T. Parker, I see your message in chat. I've just quickly copy-pasted you something if you want to go check your inbox. You should see that form to fill out now. Thank you for letting me know, dude. Alright, line of Spore Crawlers is going to help out a ton with this too. This is something that Rogue's kind of afforded, but also not really afforded in terms of like... He doesn't have a big bank. Wasting... How many Spore Crawlers is this? Yeah, 1,300 minerals on something like this could be very costly to him. Another Viper coming out. That's going to make this 7 Vipers. Not too bad.
Not bloody bad, especially if they're full of juice.
I will say this much. This many Vikings looks cool flying, but...
It does look cool. Sky Terran looks amazing. But, really works.
Okay, so the Hydras get around here. There's not really a lot defending this, so this will be nice. Gets the sensor tower. That's a very expensive building, but Cure has a bank. In what is a kind of weird role reversal. Normally Terran are the one who are like fighting against a Zerg with a massive bank in their pocket. Oh, but you know what's really awkward? There's so little on the map that can fight these Hydras off. Like, the tanks will be great when they get the shots, but everything's in the sky.
Yeah, true that. Oh, some Broodlords catching these siege tanks now. They have to be very, very careful about the Vikings. Luckily for Rogue, they are nowhere to be seen.
Well, this is what he's doing.
It doesn't look like he's to save the hatchery.
He set up the Hydras in a way to intercept what was supposed to be the attack path of the Vikings. So that was actually really smart. Gets down here, he's gonna get a command center. Let's not forget, he already picked off 1, 2, 3 now, I think. Yeah, 2 and an orbital, excuse me. So 3 CCs in total. I was gonna just say, oh, 2 tanks, not a problem. Turn around on that. Yikes. This has gotten really passive, but not intentionally. Rogue's got a really slow moving army that has to be methodical or it gets picked off by the Vikings. And on the other side, Cure doesn't really have an army he can fight with outside of finding those Broodlords. So until he knows where those are and they're not near the Spore Crawlers, excuse me, until those 2 stars align, he can't do much other than defend. And as we can see, defending's not working for him. Rogue's actually killing command centers.
I feel like he's losing a command center a minute here.
The CPMs, the CCPMs.
Yeah.
Small amounts of Hydras are getting a lot of work done. But that fleet of Vikings, I almost feels like hindering Cure. Like, he's just got so much of his supply tied up in these Vikings, and he's still making more. 6 more coming out of this. It's like, okay, you take out the Broodlords, and then what? Also, I don't know why we got more bit hype coming in, but I ain't gonna complain. Maxer44, thank you for the 1,000 bits. 1,000 bits! Also, thank you guys for hanging out and watching this series while IEM's going on. It's good to see so many people still hanging out in chat. Love your faces. But as this is maybe coming to a draw or a close soon, just to note, there's still more good StarCraft happening today. Check that out on the Team Liquid sidebar, of course. But 5 workers killed here. An entire planetary looking to go down if the Hydras to target the SCVs first. But they're not doing that, so it's going to actually cost the Hydras their lives at this rate. Realizing this stutters around. Oh, but parasitic bombs, there's so many of them! Remember, 1 won't kill, but if you stack and take too much damage from another, you will. And he loses so many Vikings, Maynard. Oh my god! He came into this fight with like 30-something Vikings, down to 21 already. Spore Crawler's still shooting up, and the Broodlords aren't close enough to dead. Oh no, Cure's throwing away everything.
Yeah, that was his army right there. I mean,
60 Vikings died this game.
Oh, dude, wow. I had no idea it was that many.
He's still making more.
Rogue lost a lot of his army, but he has, like, Rogue has the bank, man. It's no big deal if he loses his army.
Well, that's...
He can use it. Yeah.
That's the role reversal again, though, right? Like, Cure used up all of his bank that he had that was better for a time on building more Vikings into units that are going to kill him again. This is what kills me about this. I can't get down with the Viking move. Especially because, A, we know he can pull off the Widow Mine drop. We saw him do that earlier, right? The fact that he's not doing that kind of sucks because it's cooler, it's flashier, but I think it's way more effective than the Vikings have been. I mean, taking a direct reference here, guys, 60 Vikings killing 12 Brood Lords and 14 Vipers, it's hard to say that's worth it because even if the Vikings come out of the fight victorious, they can't win the game.
No, I mean, they can land and shoot things on the ground, but they're not going to win the game against those units. The ground units are just too strong for the Zerg. They cannot engage that. It's 3-3 on the way for the flying units as well. They're about to get as strong as possible.
What? I'm sorry, we got Terran being weak against Protoss, copy pasta in chat. There's no Protoss. This is the one group that had no Protoss in it. How? Why?
Just poop out the changelings, man.
The Viking count is getting so high. This is... If Vikings were much cheaper units, you could definitely justify doing this, even though they take up the same chunk of supply, but they're not. They're actually fairly expensive. And Cure, okay, both players, they've got a lot of money going on the backs of this, so you could argue they can afford it. But how many bad fights can you really afford?
Look at Cure's army composition. His entire army is 27 Vikings and 19 tanks.
He's not quite mono battling, but almost.
He's like duo battling.
Duo battling, yeah.
Units.
Duo monsters. King of games.
This Viking count is higher than Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg combined.
No.
Yes.
No. Nothing's that high. There's the splits. He tries to run away from this, but still loses so much in the process. And I really don't think it's like, oh my god, parasitic bomb is OP, you should nerf Zerg. This is really just like, why are you building 8 Vikings at a time?
Yeah, I feel like Thor's are just... Thor's are so good.
Cheers lost his grip on the game. I think this is what's come down to. Like, this is such an infuriating spot to be in, and I think he's just making what he can desperately try to make, but... Yeah, mono battling, this isn't the way to go about it. There's no questioning that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks hopeless at this point, but that's because Cure's let it get to this point, and Rogue's capitalized. He's trying to do some counterattack damage with the tanks that he's got here, and yes, he will do some damage. We're probably going to kill a hatchery, a bunch of drones. Great. But how does he engage and win versus Rogue's army? That's the question I want to ask you.
Okay, so here's my logic on this, right? As bad as these Viking engagements are, and I want to really emphasize they are bad. If he kills Rogue's economy, can somehow cut the minerals out from under him, then maybe this looks very different, because a bad trade is still a trade that'll favor the guy who has income and the other one that doesn't. But Rogue hasn't been super cut out from under him. He still has one full base mining up here, which he's granted almost out of, but with this base going down, Cure's almost out of mining bases. So then going forward, if Cure continues to take this base and planetaries, and like there's some weird bad logic about horrible trades eventually whittling down your opponent when they have no way to replace it, but I still don't know that that's the way to do it. But the fleet beckons. 32 Vikings, many of which are already going to die to one parasitic bomb. Look at those splits, though.
This will be the last time you see the army this big, though, because Cure does not have gas income right now, or very, very barely gas income, and he's trying to mech, basically. All of these units cost so much gas. So
many spore crawlers. But the tank's going down. Friendly fire is going to be a hell of a drug to deal with. There's some corruptors in this too, so he's got to fight those first. Parasitic bombs on all fronts. The Vipers have been taken out, but the damage is done, and the Vikings are pretty much fallen down to 12. Oh no! And the Vikings are going to die to the Hydras.
He can't replenish that army. That's it. Unless he wants to make 170 Marines.
Cure, you were supposed to be the one.
You were supposed to be the chosen one.
108 Vikings, Maynard. 100. There's more Vikings that have died this game than workers.
Rip.
Why don't you guys wrap your head around that for a moment. To have the production to make this many Vikings. Let's go back to Blue Flame. You know what? Actually, this kills me to say, but if we go back on a Blue Flame Hellion, and Viking may have been way better than Tank and Viking, because the Blue Flame Hellions would have destroyed the Hydras. Whereas the tanks, they got caught up friendly firing each other and died to broodlegs.
No, Hellions would have absolutely been better, or even just Hellbats. Wow, drones take a while to kill a plus 3 on a tank.
Well, at least they won't die to it.
Yeah. You can't see me, tank.
You're under arrest.
Come out of that tank.
Hands up.
There it is.
Well, Rogue is closing on the planetary. This is gonna get him a couple of kills, but not much. He just takes out the SCVs. Planetary will fall. Base at the top right's gonna die. Transformation servo hype. GG's finally get called, and Rogue